Mr. Pachel.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank everybody very much for coming up and supporting me. First, I'd like to talk tonight, and again, we only get 5 minutes to talk, so I can't answer every question, especially detailed ones, but let's talk about full-day kindergarten. I've been on this board for a year. For a year, we've been told that there's no empty classrooms in the grammar schools. We're going to have to build additions to different schools, or at the very least, a big addition to School 14 in order to do to offer full-day kindergarten in this district. Then all of a sudden, I want to thank Dr. Rice for overnight coming up with a solution and solving the full-day kindergarten problem, saying, oh, you know, we had a meeting the other night, and we just decided that, you know, we don't really have to build an addition on School 14 because we figured we can actually do it now with some rental space from the Boys Club and a few of maybe the empty classrooms that we have. So, again, instantly, the full-day kindergarten problem has been solved without building a school somewhere. So maybe people should question what you've been told, just like I question everything. And look what happens to me when I pose questions. What about the overcrowding situation? You know, maybe, what are you going to do someday when the overcrowding problem is solved overnight? And you realize that, well, maybe you didn't need a $50 million school because of better scheduling or changing things around, we actually can accommodate the few classrooms that we have, you know, 25 to 30 kids in, and we'd like to have 20. You know, Miss Eisenmanger, maybe they can move one of your cafeteria classes of the 3 that you have to the 40 empty classrooms that are in the high school from periods 6 to 8. Let's move you to those 3 periods where there's 40 empty classrooms.
No comment.
I keep getting bashed about, you know, my website and the numbers. I really like the one about the security breach. How it's security breach now to have the numbers of how many kids are in a room at a time. Well, Mr. Ostacher, this is the Kids First website that's up there now. These are pictures from the Clifton School System of kids in the halls. This was sent to me today. Nobody's blacked out. Nobody's blurry. Got a lot of kids in the cafeteria, kids in the hallway. These look suspiciously like the same ones that are on the Case for Space commercial and what was promoted here. Where'd these pictures come from? This has been on the website for a year and a half. Miss Renta, you were involved with this. This is Kids First. You were the treasurer at the time, I believe, or something, some involvement with it. So this doesn't seem to be any kind of a security breach, but I have the numbers of which kids are in the school system. That's evidently a security breach. Same thing with the, well, let's not go into that anymore. What I'm here for, I'll talk briefly about, you know, my voting record and what I've stood for. I ran on, like Ms. Riga said, I ran on building a school on Lettieri Park because at the time, that's what I thought the facts pointed to. We were desperately overcrowded. We needed a school, and Lettieri Park was the best place. But little by little, as I began to find the facts out, I changed my opinion. And I started to say, wait a minute, things just don't look the way I thought they looked. These numbers don't jive. The same thing with Globe. You know, we never had one person set foot on Globe to do any environmental testing. Nobody knows anything. I suggested Globe as a site that's a possible site for a school site because they didn't want to take over Lettieri Park. It looked like a better choice. The same thing with the referendum. There were many times where I could have killed that referendum and stopped it from ever appearing on the ballot. I had that power. I could have voted with some of these other people and stopped that referendum dead, and it never would have happened. But I didn't do it because that's not who I am. I ran on giving you the right to vote. Just like I've given you all the facts on overcrowding, I'm saying, here they are. You decide. It's not my power to say, you know, not to vote on it, but I'm going to give you the numbers, and you decide. That's what I'm about. Now, I only have 5 minutes to speak here, so I can't answer all your questions, but as a private citizen, I'm going to have my own meet and greet in a week or two at a local pizza place. It's probably going to be $1 a slice. And it's going to be an open forum, and I'm running in as an independent citizen, and I have to disqualify myself. I have to say that because some board members here don't have to say that, but I've been warned that don't ever speak as speaking for the board. So I'm not speaking as for the board. I'm speaking as a private citizen. I'll have my own meet and greet, and you can ask me anything you want to know about the website or the numbers or overcrowding. We'll go over the whole presentation. I'll give you the raw data, and you can see how many kids are in every room at any one time, and you decide for yourself. So, I think that's about it. Thank you.